All right, everyone, we are back. Game number 2. Top Lane Wonders against the Lost Chapter. Sorry for that delay, folks. We had if you did not see the chat, we had Cornstar. He's not able to play because of all the disconnects saw in the game before. But we will be seeing Jushbox filling in for him for game number 2. But draft looks like we're just about to get started here in just a second. My name is Revan. Joined with me is Maye. I'm not sure if he's back yet. But in game number, oh, here we go. He is back. So game number 1, we saw Top Lane Wonders absolutely take it to Lost Chapter in a really big stomp of a game.
Yeah, it was quite the decisive victory, and honestly, transitioning into game 2, I don't think it's really much about pick ban changes or anything like that. I think it's just they had a lot of issues in the early game and team fight issues and communication issues. So I think that's really a key part here. I don't think there was any pick that really just decimated them or destroyed them. I think it's more important that they're just focusing on what they can change in their own macro and microplay.
I absolutely agree. I don't think it was any one pick, but they kind of might think it is because they took Jarvan off the table. They don't want that in the hands of Slaga Sasha. Speaking of Slaga Sasha and really great plays from last time around, the MVP from game number 1 was Boomarkle. Actually, we were both talking Skids and Slaga, but Boomarkle gets the most votes, so he will be your game number 1 MVP. Congratulations to him. At the conclusion of this game, we'll be voting on the MVP for this one, and then we get the folks in here to talk about the series. But we're done talking about that. We're talking about game number 2 here. Zen Zhao being picked up. First pick, just like a slasher, one of his favorites that I know because I teamed with him last year. He loves this champion.
Yeah, it's a really strong jungle pick and kind of has a lot of the similar strengths as Jarvan. Really strong early game and really strong team fight engage. And so it's a really strong pick right now, especially in the current meta. So it's not surprising at all. And so I think he'll be able to be similarly effective on Xin Zhao as he was on Jarvan. We're seeing Caitlyn being picked up for TLC, which will be going over to Ganwian, and Rek'Sai being hovered, and Rek'Sai being locked in for TLC going over to Evangelist, right?
Yes, going to Evangelist.
Yes. And yeah, Rex actually wait, Ganrian's on the other team, so this will be Labby playing Caitlyn, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rek'Sai, actually I haven't seen Rek'Sai in quite a while. She hasn't been favored in the meta for quite a bit, but pretty strong champion, I guess. So
And you see the Caitlyn Morgana lane coming out for TLC plus Josh. A really, really strong bot lane duo, but a nice, I guess, answer to that with the Ashe Braum. Ashe is one of the only champions that has range that can, kind of respond to Caitlyn's absurd auto attack range. And then the Braum, if Ashe gets a headshot proc, then Braum can just jump in front and block a lot of that damage. So, very, very nice response there from the TLW bot lane. But bans coming through. Obviously, TLC, they don't want Skiz on Rise again. Makes total sense. We do see Sion and Mordekaiser also taken off the board. But overall, the draft, other than the Rek'Sai, pretty standard early on.
Yeah, and yeah, Braum Ashe, it's a really strong combo. I think you're able to be pretty aggressive in lane with Ashe W and then Braum Q to follow it up. Just really not fun to play against. We see Swain being picked up for TLC. I guess that'll go over to
probably Quadratic.
Yeah,
maybe?
probably Quadratic, right?
I think that's one of his picks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, very strong. Swain's got a lot of team fight potential, a lot of carry potential, so fan of it. They're lacking a bit of beefiness on the side of TLC, so we'll see how that goes for them. And looks like Urgot will be picked into Swain, which Guy Fieric will be playing into Swain. So
yeah, so the Urgot into the Swain, unless they think the Swain could be going somewhere else, and maybe the I'm unsure, but the Anivia left on the table, and it's going to be picked up here for Skiz. Is going to be piloting that absolutely absurd mid lane champ that can do ridiculous amounts of damage. So.
It could be Ganwian, because actually it might do some funny lane swap stuff here. Because Ganwian plays the Anivia quite a bit, right? Maybe they'll do some funny business there, having Skiz play the Ashe or something like that. We see Corki being picked up for TLC. I think Juicebox will be playing that in the mid lane, if I had to guess. And very interesting comp for TLC here. You don't really have any frontline tank or anything. It's gonna be Rek'Sai, typically goes like bruiser and is not very tanky. So I think that'll be challenging, especially into an Anivia. I think Anivia's gonna be very, very tough for them to maneuver around into.
Yeah.
So,
and also the engage on TLC side is really tough. There's not much there. It's you have a Swain, Morgana, skill shots, but other than that, there's not much there. But meanwhile, on the side of TLW, you have, obviously, Xin Zhao, Ashe, Braum can all do a lot, and then the Anivia can like throw a wall and get a stun. So engage, not the question here for TLW, but TLC. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal to have Rek'Sai as a primary engage. Typically, if a Rek'Sai tries to do that, then you're gonna have Urgot flipping you over. You're gonna have Braum ulti. You're gonna have Xin Zhao knocking you up. Ashe ult. It's not gonna go very good for you. So you might be able to get a pretty good counter engage. Well, I guess Corki can lead it with package, but it's still ideally you want something like Jarvan or a Malphite or something that can be a really solid. I'm the front line. I'm going to be on top of their team. So it'll be interesting to see how they play these fights. And I think TLW their champs I just think are much easier to execute across
Mm-hmm.
the board. Zinzao, Ash, Brahmer, got they're all very straightforward, and you don't have to do any funny positioning. And Nivea is definitely quite a bit harder to play, but compared to TLC, where we have all these, it's gonna be pretty difficult for them to play these fights.
Yeah.
And TLW.
I will say though, the pork from pork, wow, the poke from the Caitlyn and Corky, wow, it's been a day, man. The poke from the Caitlyn and Corky, is gonna be, it is pretty substantial, you know. So they will be able to keep them at bay, but I mean, they're going up against a Braum, so I mean, Braum can just negate a lot of that damage. So yeah, like you said, the ease of execution is so critical. As we've seen time and time again in the PMALCS, oftentimes the team who wins is the team who has the easier comp to play, you know. But you know, crazier things that happen. Definitely, TLC is, you know, they certainly have the capabilities of winning this game, especially if things like Swain damage, like the Swain gets ahead in the top lane and he's able to produce a ridiculous amounts of damage, along with, you know, the Caitlyn and Corky at range. The team fights could go very well for them.
Yeah, for sure. There's potential. It's just
It's tough.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. But if you are just now joining us, folks, we do have TLC had to have a sub for game number 2. Jishbox is subbing in for Cornstar because Cornstar had some disconnecting issues in the last game. I think he disconnected 3 or 4 times, so he had to back out of the second game, and Jishbox was kind enough to jump in and step in for him. So thank you, Jish, for that one. I'm gonna be right back. I just spilled coffee. I'll be right back.
Coffee at this hour.
Yes.
Bold. Who else in chat? Bamboozles. I would give my firstborn son for a kiss on the cheek from Boomy. I would too. Boomy's pretty great. Yeah. 30 seconds away from getting into this game too. Very Freljord Wamba combo indeed. It should be pretty brutal. I'm really excited to see these champs work together.
Okay, I have returned.
Nice.
Yes, coffee at this hour. Don't question my methods.
It's a little bold. It's a little bold.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 a.m. and I'm gonna be like, why can't I sleep? Oh man. So you know, just looking at these two comps. Who is that? Nsound says Freljord Wombo combo. And I was actually thinking about that. The little cinematic that was released over the last year with Ash and Braum in it. But yeah, and I was also thinking, you know, the Braum stun with Ash's slow is going to be kind of disgusting, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. You know, Hodor Niche is gonna have to be huge with all those black shields and stuff. So. Oh.
Spectator delay too.
Huh?
Got spectator delay. I forgot.
Yeah. One time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it to a "we'll be right back" during the spectator delay. I don't feel like talking. I literally did that one time. I was like it was like the draft was not really super interesting, and I was also by myself, and I was like, all right, we're gonna go to a quick break. We'll be right back when we get into the game. So I just
That's
threw it to a we'll be right back, and then second we got in, I threw it right in there. So,
yeah, it's hard to come up with analysis for this long of just champions, so a little rough.
is true. Although I will say, another games that I've done. What? Hang on one second. What are you doing? Stop doing that. Cornstar says TLC win, TLC win, TLC win.
Brilliant.
Oh man. Oh man. So we're in the last 30 seconds here, folks. Go ahead and put it in the chat who you think is going to win. Obviously, Cornstar is rooting for his boys there for the hashtag TLC win. So who do you think is going to be? TLW. The TLC, remember TLW did take game number 1. But TLC could even it out very simply. But we are going to get into this here pretty soon. Who's your money on here? Who's your money on?
I would have to say TLW. I just think they're, especially after game 1, they just showed up a really decisive victory, and almost basically every part of the map was winning.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see how TLC could win, and then also I just like TLW's comp better too. I think it's easier to do.
Yep.
And that just loaded into game.
All right, I'm gonna pause at 10. All right, paused at 10.
Oh, I'm so bad at pausing. Shoot.
Oh my.
I know. All right, I'm paused at 10 now.
All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Pressing the P buttons hard. Got a lot of pings from blue side over here. Looks like they're going to be going for a top side invade. Wow. TLC is going to just be doing a 5-point and hopefully going to spot out the invade like they did last time. We'll see though.
Oh, the 5-point. See if Joshbox steps up. It looks like they want to be safe with it. Oh, did he just poke out? I think he just poked out. He just poked out. Oh my.
Yikers.
There goes that one.
That's
and they're
really
like,
funny.
I bet in chat they're like, damn it, Eric. Or it's like, if we don't move, they won't see us.
They're God's big booty.
It's happened to all of us. But folks, we are here into game number 2 of this best of 2, correct? It's not best of 3. Still best of 2, right?
Yeah, it's best of 2.
For some reason, I thought somebody said it was best of 3. I was like, what? That's crazy.
They tripping.
Yeah. Guy Pierre getting an early trade out the top lane. I'm kind of surprised when they didn't have Hodor didn't go in early and try to get a little vision on the red side. Maybe he didn't think the rest of the team was there or whatever.
Pretty normal ruins across the board for these guys. Nothing spicy from Guy Fieric this game, unfortunately.
Labby not electing to go with the lethality Caitlyn build. I am sad.
Yeah, disappointing. All chunks are the best thing to watch.
Yeah, or just headshot chunks of literally 1,000 damage at like 25 minutes in the game. Oh man, I remember like starting like to see that across, Twitch and stuff, and I was like, I'll try it out, and it was incredible.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, so anyways, we're into the game after quite a little bit of a delay, but Boomarkle and Skiz are going to get level 2 first, but they're not going to be able to get much out of it. But you are right, that was a swap between Ganwin and Skiz.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I just in a second I saw it. So Skiz, Ganwin did make the swap. Ganwin piloting the Anivia in the mid lane. It's always nice to have a team with some flexibility, but top side, Quadratic getting the better of Guy Fieric here in the trades, but CS wise, Guy Fieric's not really hurting too bad.
Gotta be careful though. Looks like Saga Sasha's going up towards top side for a gank, so we'll see how that goes for him.
Oh, a nice flash response there from Quadratic. He might even be able to get the kill on Guy Fieri unless he steps up too far. Slaga's going to go in, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the kill. He gets the knockup. Evangelist is here. He might be able to look for something here onto Slaga. He's not going to be able to land the... Oh, nice flash by Evangelist. It's going to be first blood there for Slaga Slasha. Second one this time, and it is a double kill for Slaga Slasha. Already starting off, picking up right where he left off last game.
Oh my gosh, spectator's so bugged for me.
Yeah.
Neither the champions died on my screen.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like they lost health, but then their icons were still there. They didn't have death timers, but yeah, really, really great gank there by Slaga Slasha, and then just really, really well played to pick up that double kill onto Evangelist and Quadratic.
Yeah, really well played by both of them. Honestly, I thought when I saw Evangelist show up, I was like, oh, this is kind of doomed, but very nicely done, Slaga. But I mean, Xin Zhao, you know, the early strength of that champion is why a lot of people pick him. And he is sitting here with the double buffs in case Joshbox wants to do anything cute, but he won't. He won't go for it.
Yeah, and Xin Zhao can proc Conquer so quickly too, and that's part of the reason why he was so strong in that fight. He had already stacked up a lot of Conqueror stacks, and so then was just able to pump out so much damage.
Yeah, Labby taking a little cheater recall, but he's going to be down about 15 CS, so not so sure if grabbing that little longsword is going to be worth it, but if they do get in a little scrap, going to be looking for them to do a little bit more damage. Evangelist making his way to the bottom side, be able to pick up that scuttle is really nice, as he will not get double scuttled this game, so that's good for him. So pretty, you know, slow, other than that double kill on the top side, pretty slow start for the rest of the map. But yeah, like we were talking about, Slaga just, you know, opening up really soon with the early gank, just like he did last time. I believe he was level 3 when that gank happened, so about the same timing as his first blood on the last game.
Indeed, indeed. Because his CS is immaculate this game, though. 44.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's even missed one yet.
Yeah. The dude's cracked on Ashe, bro.
Indeed. Really good at that right-clicking thing.
It's actually a click, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Yeah, we do see Labby and his support building up a pretty big stack here, but it's going to... And I want to see if they can try to shove that forward and start setting up for the Drake. It looks like that's what they're going to do. The Q from Hoarder Nation does not land. They are going to be shoved this one forward. It looks like... Nope, they're not going to rotate over to the Dragon just yet. Maybe get another shove. Or unless Evangelist thinks he can do it on his own, I guess.
Yeah, I think Evangelist is just soloing it right now, but directed camera doesn't want to...
Yeah. Nice Morgana Q right into the trap. Does a significant amount of damage. Boom Markle, what? Where did that auto go? What happened?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. But anyways, almost grabbing a kill there was Labby. But no kill was found. And yeah, it is looking like Evangelist is going to pick up that Drake. Just completely uncontested. Very good for him.
Yeah, very smart call by him to see that out. But Xin Zhao is getting some farm across the map, so good response play there from Slaga Slasha. Looks like they're setting up a dive here, potentially. Binding miss.
All right, so they're going to go for the dive. The target's going to be Ashe, but it's not going to be able to take him down. And Labby's just going to get taken down by Boom Marco. Evangelist is going to look for Skiz. It's not looking like he's not going to get it, but Hoarder Nation is going to take him down. Oh, man. The dive, that's not what you want. A 2 for 2 overall, but yeah. Not the best.
Oh my gosh, the directed camera is all messed up for me too, because the champion models are still there, so it still wants to target on the really low HP champions.
Oh my Lanta.
It is something else. Also, you know, the for that Ashe skin, when they have home guards, the Ashe hops on like a horse or something. Ashe is just always on the horse for me.
No way.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's like that for me. Okay, it's definitely not like that for me.
No, it's not like that for you, but it's just... It's so weird. Good job, Riot. Yeah, it was a really, really scrappy dive, though, there for TLW. It just... Caitlyn took Tower Agger really early on, and then wasn't really able to get rid of it quick enough. So it's just really quite a scrappy dive, but picked up a couple kills there.
Evangelist is going for the scuttle right here, but he's going to find 2 members. He is able to hit 6, but he's not able to get out. Slash is on a killing spree. But yeah, back to that dive. You know, the Morgana Q wasn't able to land, and they wanted to continue on with it, but Slash is still looking for more. Hodor Nation throws the black shield down. He might be able to get out of here. Labby does not have flash. He does not have heal, so he could look to go down here. One more auto is going to do it, and they will not actually secure it. But, you know, coming through. Guy Fieric very close to death there. But Slack going a little bit too far forward. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that was quite bold there. Caitlyn Morgana, you gotta respect it.
Yeah, that was sorry guys. I've played with the lane enough to see those plays. He's a little bit ahead and he gets a little bit overzealous, but you know, that is a 300 gold bounty going over to the Caitlyn, going over to Labby. So that's really good for him. Dishbox in the mid lane, meanwhile, is going to be able to get the egg. See, he's not going to be able to get the full kill, but on the top lane, Quadratic's doing a 2v1 under his tower. But it's looking like Skiz and Boomargle. That's a nice route, but nice cleanse to get away from it. Quadratic's still looking for that kill. He's going to flash forward. One more auto is going to get it. The Ashel is going to freeze him momentarily, but Quadratic takes down Skiz, and a 2v1. Evangelist is here, and it's a double kill.
Oh my gosh,
for the TLC top laner.
What an amazing play from Quadratic.
Yeah.
So, the 1v2 basically. Wow. Wow.
I was like, is this happening? Is this actually happening? And then he popped the ult, and I was like, yep, there it is. Just box looking for Ganween. Ganween didn't have his egg available, so he's forced to flash away from that one. But yeah, back to that top lane play. I was just kind of like, is this happening? Oh, okay. Dude, that's a lot of damage. And then, you know, Yash was dead. So, very, like you said, very nice play. Very, very nice play from him. Pornstar in the chat says, don't give Quadratic Swain. I agree. Yeah, so far the tone of this game completely different than last game, you know. Last game about this time, you know, it was a huge, massive lead for TLW, but right now it's all but even. Just a 200 gold separates the two teams, you know, not much momentum. You see TLC with the dragon advantage there, but you know, overall pretty even game so far. We do see Joshbox on the bottom side looking to maybe find a gank or something, but he's gonna get seen out by Slasha.
Indeed, got dragon spawning here soon. We're probably gonna see a dragon fight. Juicebox does have the package, so this should be a pretty key fight for them. Quadratic also has TP up and ultimate available.
Yeah, the package goes in. Juicebox immediately has to cleanse away, but he's in the middle of 3 dudes and he's gonna get taken down immediately. Skiz picks up that one. Meanwhile, Hodor Nation is gonna be the second one to fall. Skiz is gonna be taking down Evangelist back anyways. It's gonna be a 2-for-1, make it a 3-for-1, a double kill for Slasha, and they are going to pick up Drake at #1 for themselves.
Indeed, just a little bit of not very well coordinated engage there by TLC. I think the initial package engage was pretty solid, but then the TLC just really didn't follow up on it much, and then also not getting a TP from Swain there was interesting.
Yeah,
I feel like Swain should have TP'd in there, but
yeah, I'm curious what the lane stay was. I wasn't really paying attention to that side.
Yeah,
so.
I wasn't either. I'm gonna restart my league client actually. This is there's just so many buggy things.
But on the top side, Quadratic's actually gonna get solo killed by Guy Fieric. Guy Fieric just, you know, chunking him down little by little. Quadratic pops ult, but it's not gonna be enough. Guy Fieric throws his ult down and drags him right on in. He's gonna get a solo kill. I do not believe that was a shutdown. No, it was not a shutdown. It expired. So really good for him to be able to pick that one back up. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, Jushbox and Slasher are going at it. But Evangelist comes in. He's going to get the knock up. Evangelist going over to the tower. He's going to go under his tunnel. And he's going to be taken down. But not before he gets a shutdown of his own onto Slasher.
trying to catch
Boomarkle, though,
back.
looking for Jushbox. Jushbox caught on the wrong side of the wall. He doesn't know Boomarkle's there, but now he does. He jumps over the wall. Maybe he can get away here. I'm not so sure. Yeah, he's not going to be able to get away. Ganwing takes down Jushbox on the bot side. A little bit more scrapping going on. There's just so much stuff going on right now.
Yeah. What's your in-game time?
13:24. If you want me to pause, I'll pause it at a number.
Okay, no, I think I'm good now.
Okay. Cool.
We should be all synced up. Urgot's just such a brutal champ to 1v1, especially when Urgot's got Conqueror and such. It's really hard, and then, ooh.
Oh, in the mid lane, Ganwing is going to get caught by 3 people. He does have the egg available, so if a Q hits, he's going to be able to pop the egg. But I guess back to the top lane, we want to go Guy Fieri into Quadratic. Yeah, and also in that 1v1, there were no minions for kind of Quadratic to hide behind. So he just took the full brunt. I believe it's the W, the Urgot W.
Yeah, the one that makes him a turret.
Yeah, that one right there. There were no minions to soak up any damage from him, so it was real rough. So Guy Fieri, even though Quadratic had a little bit of an early lead, Guy Fieri coming out on top so far in this lane.
Indeed. Guy Fieri playing this lane pretty dang well now. He's got a sizable CS lead. And Iceborne Gauntlet, which is... I don't know if that's what you're supposed to rush on Urgot for his mythic, but I guess it's really strong. It allows you to stick to people a lot better, which Urgot sometimes struggle to do.
Yeah. Perhaps it's the thinking of Corki and Caitlyn. Perhaps. That's the thing you hear. But Evangelist is looking for something that's going to be a nice route under the tower. Hodor Nation pops his ultimate onto Boomarkle. Meanwhile, Evangelist, oh, that's a nice, huge bit of damage. Skiz takes out Evangelist, though. Hodor Nation is going to be next. That's a double kill for Skiz. He's going to be able to get away from there. No, he's not. A nice Gale Force forward by Lab. He's going to take him down. But meanwhile, on the top side of the fight, we see Guy Fieri and Jushbox fighting it out. But Slasher flashes under the tower, picks up the kill on Labby. But Boomarkle doesn't get rid of the tower aggro quick enough. And the last tower shot takes him down.
Gosh, quite tragic there for Boomarkle. Just barely not getting out, but quite a scrappy dive. But my gosh, Skiz was just pumping out the damage there at first, and was just shredding through TLC.
Yeah, absolutely. Shredding through is an understatement.
Yeah.
Absolutely just obliterated Evangelist there. But you know, still that's now a almost 3,500 gold lead for TLW. This game a little bit more even than the last, but you can start to feel it kind of tipping in their favor a little bit. Slaga Slasha has taken over this game with a stat line of 7-2-3. Also has a 13 CS lead over Evangelist. So with the next Drake coming up, you know, the focus is going to be heading that way. Because, you know, they're both at a one dragon apiece, and so, you know, there's going to be no early soul. So you want to see if we can start stacking those up soon.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a key objective to look at over, but it's going to be a lot less punishing for TLC this game since COW is not going to pick up that early soul. But Slaga Sasha picking up the Rift Herald, I think, is that the first one or is the second one?
I believe it was the first one.
I think it's the first one.
Yeah. So because they got that Herald, TLC is going to have priority over the Dragon Pit. I'm kind of surprised they didn't drop it right there to force, you know, TLC to respond, but they had priority over the Dragon Pit and just kind of left.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Not quite sure about that one. Now Slaga drops it down, but Evangelist goes in. He is popped immediately. He's gonna get taken down by the Urgot here. But meanwhile, Ganwing's already been taken down. Guy Fieric's on a killing spree. Jushbox on the side, 1v1ing with Skiz. Steve comes on top of that one while Slaga Slash is gonna be taken super low. It's a double kill for Jushbox, and TLC are gonna win out on that fight, and they are going to get their second Drake of the game.
Gosh, yeah, what an incredible fight from TLC there. It looked like a pretty scrappy engage at first from Evangelic, or gosh, I can't say it, from Rek'Sai, but was able to get the ultimate off and was able to execute the Anivia. But then the package from Juicebox just absolutely massive, and like 2 or 3 members of TLW was just standing in the burn from Corki and just got absolutely destroyed. You cannot be standing in Corki W for that long. It does
Yeah.
so much damage, and so I'm pretty sure Corki did probably 75% of the damage in that fight from package, but still very, very good follow-up engage from TLC. It felt a lot more coordinated and together, where as General Dill says, yeah, Juicebox slamming him with
Yeah.
his massive
package.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, apparently it was a second Rift Herald. Oopsies. But yeah, massive package. Laid his package on the table. He plopped that thing down and said, "Come on,
Yeah.
boys." Oh, but still back to the game. It's still about a goal, about 1,500 gold lead here for TLW, despite TLC's win in that fight. Because the tower advantage is in TLW's favor. The overall map pressure state, despite losing that fight, despite getting aced, is still in their favor.
Yeah, and really most of the gold lead is just in jungle right now. Most of it's like a 1.5k gold lead for Slagasashi here, and most of the other lanes they're pretty damn close. So, and Labby actually having a gold lead over Skiz now somehow, which I don't fully understand, being 40 CS down, but just Riot things. So
Yeah, I don't know either. Must have got shutdowns in that last fight.
yeah, good old shutdowns.
Yeah, he got 2 shutdowns in that last fight. But meanwhile, on the top side, we have Quadratic and Guy Fieri going at it, but Evangelist shows up, and it looks like they're going to be able to pick up that kill. Yes, Evangelist takes him down, but on the bot side, Justbox taking a load of damage from Ganween. But top side of the map, Guy Fieri gets taken down.
Yeah, I'm a bit bold there to go in when you don't have vision of try there. So yeah, Gaming's harassing Juicebox, though, putting out the damage, but I think Rek'Sai is going to have something to say about that.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Rek'Sai is looking for Ganween here. Is going to get the knockup. The egg is available. Saga Slash is around, but I think that's just going to be it. Here comes the Ash Arrow, not going to land. So they are going to pick up another kill. That's 2 quick picks for the side of TLC. Slowly clawing their way back in. They're now down just over 1,000 gold as they clear out the blue buff. Donate that over to Jushbox.
Yeah, Evangelist applying some really good map pressure there, picking up a couple kills on the opposite side of the map. Really, closing that gold lead now to only 600, so really, really huge for TLC there. So, He's going out. Quadratic going to hold off the top lane there. Gonna barely save that tower. Turn on the timers. Have the timers up.
Yeah, so it looked like we might see another gank or a little dive in the top lane, but we've seen Quadratic win 1v2s time and time again. But not the best idea to try to do that. Slagaslash just smartly backing off. I'm trying to get, priority set up in the river here. Because the Baron is on the table, Baron is on the map, and look how many wards they have in that top river. You have 3 control wards. I see 4 control wards for the blue team. That is fantastic.
Yeah,
Good
it's
job,
a lot
Baron.
of vision control around Baron, and it's really TLC could do a really, really quick Baron if they wanted to with their got Zinzao and Avia Ash. A lot of DPS there. So
yeah, they could absolutely burn through that thing, and they would have no idea with all the... Oh, nice Ash Air is going to land on the Labby. He's going to be able to E away, but I don't think he's going to be able to escape from this one. Gale Force, Flash, Heal, doesn't matter. It's a shutdown over to Skiz.
Yeah, just some unfortunate pathing there from Labby where he got separated from Morgana and Rek'Sai. Really should have realized there being 3 or 4 people.
But in the jungle, Quadratic's going to get caught out here. That's going to be another one. They could look to just go to the Baron right here. They do have a Nivea on the bot side of the map. TP is available for Ganween. Yeah, ping's going down for the Baron. The Dragon is up in 26 seconds, so we can look to see TLC push forward that Dragon advantage that they have, but it looks like they're just going to concede this Baron. I don't even know if they know that they're on it. They have to assume, right?
Yeah, they should have figured that out. Honestly, I think they could have had a decent contest if Corki got packaged quickly and ran over there, which, Corki's very, very fast. So I think they could have had a really good contest, but they're just gonna give that over, which I don't necessarily agree with. Corki package is just so disruptive for objectives. So,
Yeah.
but
So they are going to trade Soul Point for the Baron. At least they're getting something back, so that's obviously a positive in their, positive there for them. But yeah, once again, it's starting to kind of teeter in the favor of TLW here. Definitely not out of hand by any means for TLC. They can definitely claw back into this way, back into this one. We saw in the fight earlier, with Jushbox's massive package, they could turn any fight.
Yeah, for sure. I'd really like to see some Grievous wounds coming out from TLC, as there's just a lot of healing on TLW with Ashe, Zinzao, and Urgot. It'd be really, really good to at least have somebody with it, whether that be Corki, Caitlyn.
Oh, speaking of the package, Ganwin's going to flash away. He does not have the egg available. The Caitlyn ult, I guess, doesn't kill him. But Quadratic is once again going to be caught out by the remaining members of TLW, and they're going to be looking to push this tower down. They have the Baron minions. So yeah, this tower is just going to be absolutely shredded through. The rest of TLC's here. They could look to try to find a fight. Guy Fieric is rooted down, but 4v5 might not be the most smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just kind of they're just kind of dancing around here. The Pink's come through. Evangelist wants to take this fight, but he goes into the middle of all four. I mean, he is not long for this world. Slaga slashes on a rampage. Hodor Nation goes gold, but it's not going to matter. Skiz takes him down. Slaga's still looking for the rest of the squad. Gale force for Libby to get him away. But yeah, they take that fight 2-0. 11 kills now for the TLW jungler.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure why they went for that. And I mean, yeah, it's a 4v4, but you don't have Corki package, and it's just you didn't really have vision of the enemy team either, so it's really hard to get a good fight off. And then they just lose two, and now they're gonna lose their inhib tower for it.
Yeah, and they're down a lot. I guess they're just trying to find something, but it's hard to find a pick when it's even. Quadratic, speaking of trying to look for something under his own tower, I'm not sure he's gonna find it. Ashe ult comes in though to root him in place, but that's a lot of damage going on to him. Boomarkle is gonna be able to escape. Quadratic still trying to pump out the damage, but like you said, the tower is gonna go down. Oh, Caitlyn ult's not gonna land, but they might be on the chase here. Evangelist is one to look for him, but the Ashe W is gonna slow them down for sure. Oh my goodness gracious. There's Elzers, and Slagasachi goes golden, but it's not going to matter. He's going to get taken down. Maybe nervous there for a second. Oh, Lavi's caught on the wrong side of the wall. Oh my
gosh, Anivia damage.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, don't blink, or you might see Lavi disappear.
Angelus is still hunting for this Ashe for some reason, but...
Oh my, that was kind of rude. Oh man.
Yeah, a lot of damage from the bird.
Whew, man.
Is still searching
for Skiz here. Boomarkle shows up. He's gonna get the shutdown, but he might get taken down here. The exhaust comes through, but he's gonna go right over the wall. Boomarkle's ultimate goes off to the left, and Evangelist is out.
Quite wacky going for that play at 26 minutes, but we have a Cloud Soul in a minute 50, which would be pretty massive for TLC. Would be very, very helpful in them maneuvering fights and getting out of things such as Ganwian's ult and getting away from Guy Fieric. But really, it's just when TLC had coordinated engages and actually have like cohesive fights, they've done really, really well. Like that one fight around Dragon where it was like 5-for-3 or 5-for-2 or something like that. It was because they were coordinated, they were all on the same page, and they were all present for that fight. And if they do that, they can very well win these fights. They just have to make that happen. Have to be there, and also buy Grievous wounds, which they still haven't done.
Hey, it's optional.
Yeah, with the Zinzao with Gourd Drinker, I got with Ravenous.
Speaking of Zinzao with Gourd Drinker, he's going forward for Lab. He's gonna flash for him. He's not gonna find him. Evangelist is gonna knock him up. Slaga may have gone a little bit too far. He does have the GA to keep him alive. Danger ping coming from everywhere. GA is gonna hold him alive just momentarily, but he's gonna be certainly taken down. And Jushbox is also in danger here, but Skiz still doing what he does best, pumping out tons of damage, but Evangelist jumps onto him, and oh my gosh, the damage. He is gone. Quadratic's gone. Boomarkle picks that one up. Nice Ashe. Oh, flash forward. Double kill for Skiz. Why is this guy playing mid lane? He's cracked on Ashe.
Really is. He just ran them down. It looked really good there for TLC. They were capitalizing on Zinzao overextending, but then they just kind of tried to push the hand a bit too much, where Evangelist went in like 1v4 basically and just exploded. And if you don't have ult or GA, you really can't do that.
Yeah, Justbox trying to see what he can do, but he has to use the package to get away. Skids just running the other squad down. Genwi picks up that kill. They're going for their second inhib. And looks like they might pick up the rest of this farm, pick up the inhib, and they might retreat out of the base and go back for a pretty good consolation prize of a dragon.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Juicebox to be a bit more aggressive on the package placement to get a bit more of the wave, maybe save, do a bit more damage, but still pretty good. Still managed to save things, and the Cloud Drake's gonna go over to TLW, which is unfortunate, taking away one of the win cons of TLC.
Yeah, win con is gonna be delayed another 5 minutes, and the way that these guys are playing, I don't know if they've got 5 more. I don't know if TLW is gonna allow 5 more minutes to go by.
Yeah, probably not. Giz is almost at full build, so it's...
God, look at that. That's so much damage. Holy moly. Skiz, you're tanking tower there, or tanking Baron there, but it's okay. He can just heal it all right back up. Doesn't matter. But they're all on the Baron. TLC does know that this is happening, so they're going to see if they can contest Evangelist over the wall. He's not going to be able to get the steal, and he is going to go down. Hodo Nation goes in, ults, and he's going to go golden, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get taken down. That's 2. That's the Baron, and surely that's the game. Here comes the TP in for Guy Fieric. He's going
blow him up. What is Guy Fieric doing?
He's trying to
right.
Genwin didn't go with him, so
yeah,
he was in there by himself. But you know, just making to see if making sure to see if they're awake. You know.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused why Hodor Nation decided to flash ulti over the wall there. I thought it was gonna be pretty clear that Evangelist was just going for a steal. It's a hero play, and I don't think they were really looking to fight, but.
Yeah, Slasha, though, might get taken down here under the tower. The shielding is going to come in and save his life, though. That's a nice Ash arrow on the quadratic. He's forced to flash away. They're going to be able to get this inhib. A nice double root, though, to slow it down momentarily. Braum ult hits nobody, but the minions are just too many. The health bars, though, if they can get a good package. Oh, my. Oh, that was a lot of damage. But they're just going to be able to take this one. That's 1. That's 2. That's a double kill for him. And, ladies and gentlemen, TLW get the 2-0 sweep over the Lost Chapter.
Yeah, great game from TLW there. Very concise to play. Very good team play there.
Yeah. All of those things. All of those things for sure. Hang on 1 second. So yeah, I mean, it's just dominating. Honestly, like the second game obviously was a little bit more even, but you know, game 1 absolute stomp. Game 2 was a little bit closer, but I mean, like you said, the coordination, the team fighting is just there. Even fights that didn't look very good. That fight in the jungle where it looked like Slasha got caught out a little bit. They were able to just capitalize on that one, take that fight. But I'm gonna get the MVP vote going here. Give me 1 second. While I'm doing that, who do you think? What do you think about that one?
I think Skiz played quite well. Once again, had some really solid plays here and there, but I think he did get a bit mispositioned, a bit bold here and there. I'd probably say Slasha for game 2 personally. I think, or the Markle had a lot of really solid supportive Braum plays, but yeah. I'll say probably Slasha. Very concisive early game, which really pushed the gas pedal on TLW.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely. Oh wait, Skiz can't win MVP.
ADCs can't win MVP.
ADCs can't win MVP. No.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But I think I would agree with you. I think my vote has to go with Slaga. Like you said, at one point in the game, Top Lane Wonders were up about 1,500 gold, and that lead was entirely in the hands of Slaga. So, it very good. I mean, honestly, very good series from him overall, especially in the early game, which is exactly what you want to see when people pick early game superior champs. So very nicely done from him. But really, honestly, overall, very good games from the side of Top Lane Wonders. But the straw poll is there. The straw poll is there, so make sure you go ahead and vote. Game 1 MVP was Boomarkle. I'm drawing a blank. Who's the Top Lane Wonders captain? Is it Eric? Or is it... Do you know?
Top Lane Wonders, it's Skiz.
Skiz, okay. So yeah, right now we have a tie for Slaga and Boomarkle. Which both of them honestly played a fantastic game. Fantastic game indeed. Please note it's heavily skewed, says Boomarkle. I have a feeling Boomarkle has a little fan club and they're just spamming Boomarkle. Remake poll. Oh man. Oh my gosh, people. Well, I'm gonna go. Boomarkle said that's exactly it. But I mean, it was a very, very well played game for everybody on that squad. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down to player of the game 1. If the Top Lane Wonders captain, and then Boomarkle, and then I guess we'll go ahead and get Slaga in here as well. If y'all would hop into player of the game 1, we'll chat for a second, and then we'll be on our way. Can Skiz take my place? Well, he's your captain. Yeah, captains come. Captain and player of the games. Players of the game. So if you don't want to come, that's okay. Here's one. Here's Landon.
Hello.
Hello. Skiz, get up here. Down there. He's down there, right? Yeah. Wait, no, he's not even down there. Or did he go?
Oh. Is this the right place?
Is that Boomarkle?
Oh, it's loud. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I have a very loud mic, so I've been told.
There we go. I turned you down.
That's Mr. Boomy.
Okay. Well, unless Skiz wants to join us, ladies and gentlemen, we have the game 1 and 2 MVPs. We have the Boomarkle and the Slaga Slasher. Gentlemen, 2-0 sweep. How you feel?
Feel pretty good.
Feels pretty good. You guys start off 4-0. Always really good to start off with that big of a buffer. I believe you guys would be at the top of the table now, tied with. I need to look. I can't remember off the top of my head. Tied with Shenanigans for first place. So congratulations on the 4-0 start. So I want to talk about game number 1 because that one was kind of a stomp, if put it kind of bluntly. But first question is for Boomarkle. You guys in the bottom lane had a pretty substantial lead down there. Talk about your approach heading into game number 1. Yeah.
They say jump, I say how high.
Well, all right.
Perform accordingly.
Okay.
To give you some insight, whenever we think like, oh, we could use support here. Hey, Trevor, what do you think? I don't know, just pick whatever.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally, it's like game 1 we're like, hey, do you play Morgana? He's like, yeah, I can do that.
I was then asked if I play Janna, and I said, yeah, I play Morgana.
Yeah, I play Morgana. That's funny.
Honestly,
I had taken way too long to answer.
Well, that's awesome. So Slike, I want to ask you about you and Skiz slash Ganwian. It seemed like you were all over the mid lane, especially in game one. You visited, I think, that lane 3 times within the first 5 levels. So talk about, was that kind of y'all's plan heading into the game or what?
I mean, when I see that kind of matchup where it's you know, an assassin that really thrives in the early game up against a late game control mage, I like to facilitate that matchup as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't think I specifically hovered that lane. Like for the first 3 levels, absolutely. But after then, I did my best to spread out the love.
Yeah, for sure. And y'all did a great job getting first blood. You got first blood both games, so congratulations on that one. Maya, you got any questions for our panel?
Why did you let Eric play AD Cannon?
As it keeps working.
Allegedly.
We did it last week too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we were like,
Fair enough.
okay, interesting. We had, and he was like looking it up, couldn't find it anywhere. But I mean, okay, if it works, it works. I mean, there were many,
Secret.
absolutely. There were many fights, and he absolutely stomped that lane, especially into a Scion. That kind of feels bad for the Scion. But do you guys have anything you want to say to the folks before we get out of here?
I mean, Boom Markle for MVP.
Uh-huh.
And you know, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
We please stop putting me on the top of that. You are just at all. I don't want to be on the straw poll at all. It gives them too much power. I have to talk.
I mean, if you look at the kill participation in this game, it's kind of obvious who won the game for us. If you know.
Oh,
Don't
man.
help them.
Oh man.
I'm just
Dude,
giving
you
him
were laying in
fuel.
like every single queue that first game.
It
so-
was no. He is a crazy good support. So I'm really happy he's on the team because you know, as an off-road support, a lot of the time it's you know, you look at your support and you're like, I'm gonna judge the heck out of this guy,
Yep.
and if he's not perfect, I'm gonna flame him.
Yep.
But I have no opportunities to flame him, so that's good.
I've been the result of that flaming a few times.
Well, I mean, yes, that's not the point.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Week 2 action of the PMALCS. Top Lane Wanderers 2-0 over the Lost Chapter. They move on into a tie for first place with Shenanigans. There might be some other ones. I just haven't seen them. They're not updated on the thing. But they are currently sitting in first place with a 4-0 record. Next week, let's see. Who are y'all playing? Next week, they go up against Dogwater Gaming. So make sure to tune into that one. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys later.